And welcome back. I am your host, Rachel Noble of For Noble Women, and today we are going to talk to Katina Wallace of Image Enthusiast. And I'm so excited because here we're going to unpack a lot about your personal image and really dressing the way that you want to be addressed. So as we're talking, I want you to be very, very enthused with yourself. It's okay to tell yourself, all right, I need to throw that out the closet, or where can I improve in any way, shape, or form? So without further ado, welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited today.
I'm so excited that you came in. So I want you to be really comfortable, of course, but tell me about yourself.
Well, I am a native North Carolinian. I'm in corporate America. I've been in corporate America for 26 years. And I found myself as I've worked with young professionals, even people who are early entry, early talent, that I've always had a knack for being excited and helping someone to be excited about themselves and how they present themselves to the world. I am a mother of one. I love the area and I love the opportunity to evangelize the work that I've done, but also to work within the community. So I'm so happy that you invited me today.
I love that. So the reason why I chose you is because you are always beautiful, fresh to death every time I see you. And so
Bless you.
Part of that, I think that you have to learn how to be polished and learn how to have that type of personality. Where can women like me or women who are unsure of where to start, how do they develop that?
Well, thank you. But I think you have it mastered. What I would say is that it comes from within. I've always found that the clothes, I get excited about dressing up, or I get excited about, hey, I have somewhere to go. I need to find something to wear. I think as women, we always think, oh, I got to go grab something new. I'm a huge proponent of shopping the closet. But what really comes from me is really the personality. You can see three women wearing the same outfit, and somehow that outfit looks different on each one.
Yeah.
And so what that is that's that personality come out. They have that extra oomph, that extra voila magic that they put to it. Either it's a different bangle or a different way that they hang the shirt. So as we talk through it, we're going to talk about how your inner becomes the outer. And people always say that it's what's inside you that people actually ultimately see. And the same thing applies to how you wear your clothes.
Exactly, because when I'm not feeling my best, what do we immediately want to put on? Jogging pants, we want to put on leggings, oversized shirts. We just want to lay down on a couch.
And you run into everyone that you see.
Everybody that you see. Hair isn't combed, none of that. And it's like, no. So what I try to tell the ladies that are part of For Noble Women, and we've said this on the podcast a couple of times, is just put something on that still looks good.
Right.
That still makes you feel great, even though you don't, because you never know who you're going to run into.
Right.
You never know what connections you're going to make. And so I think that that's very important. It comes from within. What do you think about individuals that may have low self-esteem?
Sure.
And they want to find clothes to help make them feel better or to attract a man, I would say.
Okay.
Because many times we're wearing the wrong things, thinking that men like those, and it's really showing lack of confidence with some of the attire that's out there.
So that's pretty loaded, but what I'll start by saying is oftentimes as women, we assume that how we dress is really to attract the male. And I was always taught that when you're dressing for other women, because normally the compliments will come from, I see you, or they'll call out what they see on you. I saw a comedian say, okay, shirt, okay, shoe, and they're calling out the thing that's really showing that sparkle. Most women assume that, hey, if I show more cleavage, if I wear something tighter, that it's going to attract the man that I'm supposed to be with. Well, it will attract attention. What attention are you attracting?
Right. Is it the right
Is it the right? And so there's a misconception that if I show myself, if I show, my body, that I am going to bring forth the intention of the right person, or that person that is supposed to be called to my life is going to be attracted to me by how I dress. And so when you talk about someone with self-esteem issues or they're feeling down on themselves, really that's that inner work that you want to make sure of. It doesn't take anything to put on a white shirt and a cute cap and maybe some cute sneaks if you're going out to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to say, hey, I didn't do anything to my hair today. Let me throw on a pair of sunnies and have, have a little fun. And clothes should be fun. It shouldn't be something that is going to be mundane or taxful. But a lot of time, and I know I definitely want to spend some time on that, it's the attention that you're seeking. What is it that you're wanting to? If you're wanting to find the man that is in love with you, most times they need a little curiosity. They don't want to see it all.
They don't.
They don't.
But I think what's happening is that social media,
Yes,
our videos that our young ladies and our older ladies that we're watching, it's showing us how we're supposed to dress, right? Because they're the popular ones. So maybe they think that wearing the bra top is what's going to attract the money, attract the fame, attract what needs to go on for social media. But I don't think that they're really separating the two of where to wear the bikini top and where not to, because we're not on the beach.
No.
So
Rachel, I know that in talking with you and mind you, this is body positivity is something that we want to make sure that we are embracing.
yes.
So if that's what you're wanting to wear, and you probably hear that all the time, do you? That's what you want to do. But there's a way to approach how you appear, and that's a part of image enthusiasts. We want you to be aware of your image, your brand, how you're presenting yourself to the world. Social media is not always our friend, no matter what age group you're in. So if you are a younger woman with a banging body or an older woman with a mature body, that's also nice.
Right.
There's a way to really, no matter what you're wearing, your physique is going to be present no matter what you put on. So a little extra skin is only just saying, okay, look, she's a bit freer with being able to show her body. But it's also a dial to that. And we always talk about like when you code switch or when you are, making some adjustments based on your audience. And I think that your brand should stand no matter where you are. Even when I'm on the beach, I still am covered. I still will wear a bikini, but I have a cute cover up just to make sure it has a little zazazoo to whatever I'm wearing.
I love it flowing in the back.
Oh yeah, just a little bit of fan dance. But not everybody wants that. Or perhaps if you're out, you're on a trip somewhere out of town, no one knows me. What is that mystique? What is that part of you? Most people go out of town, they start wearing something a little sleek, a little sexier than they would when they're at home. What does that say? That says that I'm going to put on a facade when I'm not at home. So be that true, authentic you, like
every time.
And there's a way to do that without having to go overboard. And mind you, I've seen a lot of overboard. So
yes, I have too. I can definitely say that dressing the way that you want to be addressed goes really far.
Yes.
And so you were just saying about your brand and who you are is how do you want people to perceive you? So if you want people to perceive you as a woman that's very promiscuous, then I say wear the dukes.
Okay.
Wear all of that. But if you want to be someone who is looked at as a businesswoman, a boss, a wife, somebody that understands her femininity and that wants those compliments, but the right type of compliments or the right type of attention.
You're right there.
That's what we should be focused on.
The focus should always be on the perception, not only inward, but outward. And you hit the nail on the head when you're saying, hey, whatever I'm wearing, I want to make sure that it's true to me.
Yes.
But also, again, I stay on this. The audience that you're around, first impressions are lasting impressions. And I always say that. When I first meet you, if you're like disheveled or whatever, I'm going to remember that. Even when I saw her when she wasn't, but she was wearing that suit. Yeah. You see how I brought in that past piece? Now, no, I'm not saying that you walk around and everything is zipped and buttoned and
the turtleneck up
and you have a scarf and it's choking you. But even in business, I've seen people wear suits that perhaps were a little too tight, or the cleavage is showing a little much in a business setting. So I think that that's important, but I want to gear it toward the younger women that are really trying to aspire into their femininity
Right.
and how to hold true to the femininity, but yet still hold on to their brand. If someone says Rachel and they're describing you, what are the attributes of you that people are going to call out? Well,
Absolutely.
is she poised? Every time I've seen her, not that you're in a glam goddess, which you normally are on an everyday, right? Every day, but there's a way to, even when you're not feeling your best, but you still have some errands to run. Not that you're anticipating that you're going to run into someone, but more so, I feel better when I actually try.
Absolutely.
When I put on something like, oh, I feel better. When I walk past that mirror at Target and I'm like,
I look
okay,
good.
okay. There's some things I need to work on
Yeah.
because it's not vanity.
Right.
So your
Yes.
brand and your image, it's not vanity. It's not saying, hey, I'm the bomb, even though in your mind you give yourself those things.
Absolutely.
But it is definitely how you carry yourself. And you know how you're carrying yourself. And I want to make sure I hit this part. If people ever come to you and they're asking you for advice, what do you think about this?
Yes.
Do you like this? Is this something you would wear?
You're doing something
That means
right.
they've noticed something about you that they want to emulate and that they value your opinion about it. That is your brand.
Absolutely.
So
I love how you put all of that together.
yeah.
Because my mom always says, always be camera ready. And what she means by that is not just being perfect, but again, you never know who you're going to run into and how they're going to perceive you. This may have opportunities for a job interview. This may have opportunities for a business partnership.
Absolutely.
This may open opportunities for you that you just would never know, that falls right into your lap. And it's all based on how you made sure that you were polished in some way, shape, or form.
That's right.
So
the open door is a big piece of what I talk about in Image Enthusiasts. Most people are like, if you just give me a chance. And I'm like, well, if they crack the window,
what would they see?
What are they going to see? What's showtime? Are you showtime ready? If someone stops you, so it has everything to do with how you present yourself, how you're perceived, your tone, your ability to, and I always say, tilt the room. When you come in, I knew you were here. I saw you. I wanted to have a conversation with you.
Absolutely.
Or perhaps you're sitting on a panel and you've reached someone somewhere in that room and they have to make their way to you. Again, that's a part of the brand. And I believe and there's a term that's always like game recognizing game.
Yes.
Most people will do that, and women will do that. Some women are shy to do that, or they don't want to give the flowers. They don't want to do the referral. They don't want to say, because of
The
you,
gatekeeping.
It's enough space for all of us.
It is.
And so even having conversations with you about this, there's always ways that I'm going to improve. When I look at influencers and I'm like, you know what? That's a different way. I think life is continuously learning. It's a sponge. Thankfully, I was rooted, embedded with a grandmother and a mother that even to this day, I need to make sure they'll say, where'd you get that from? Or they may say, my grandmother would say, button that button. It's in my mind now when I hear her. So
thank you, Grandma.
thank you so much. So it's there. And I like to try to share that wealth and make sure that people understand how you present either it's clothes, either it's, your car. You don't have to have the finest of car, but vacuum that thing out.
Vacuum it up. And care. And I'm glad that you said that because as you were talking, I know that many people, when they're watching this, they'll say, well, I may not have the income to buy everything that is top of the line. Maybe I can't afford Versace glasses, or maybe I can't wear Louboutins, or I can't always buy something that is out of Neiman Marcus. How do they get started so that they still look good? Because it's not about how much your clothes cost.
It's not
really how you put it together.
And we talk often about what we put our money toward. And I am a proponent of investing in myself. And I ask people that I mentor to invest in themselves. And what does that mean? I think that when you start looking at names and brands, of clothing, and you're like, okay, I want to get this pair. That is something that you're working toward if your
Yes.
income affords that.
Yes.
There is nothing for me to go. I'm a Target shopper. I love Target. And it's Target, and I dress for Target to go there. But I go there and I may find a white blouse, a white button up. How many things can I do with a white button up? I can do everything with one. I can not only dress it up with pearls, or I can put some gold, I can cuff the sleeve, I can wear it with a jean, I can throw in a cute little bag. That one dress, that one shirt has become a different style of dress.
Several times.
I can do so much with that. So the importance of saying, hey, I don't have the money to do this. It doesn't take a lot. We probably spend $10 on a great cup of coffee at Starbucks.
Definitely.
Sometimes you can thrift. I'm a big proponent of consignment and thrifting.
Love it.
Especially if I see something that I love, or I'll Poshmark something to really enjoy. Maybe I don't need the brand new, but a new to me.
Yes,
So
exactly.
there's ways of not only investing, but to find your own signature style. And the signature style will say what makes me feel good. How am I, portraying myself to the world, but also based upon my economic status.
Yes.
I don't want to go beyond my means.
Right.
The Louboutin, the Versace, the Louis Vuitton, that comes with a lot of work.
It does. Hard work.
Yeah, hard work, but it will pay off.
It says hard work because that's the brand, right?
Right.
It shows hard work and what that woman has worked towards to have or to receive.
Exactly.
So don't always look at someone else and add her up, as they would say, because that woman probably worked really hard to get to exactly where she's at. So what do you think about individuals where they're like, okay, I'm looking through my closet, and when is it time to throw things away? Because I've seen some things in my closet and I'm like, why is this in here? I have not worn this in, like, I'm serious, I'll be honest, like 5 years.
Yeah.
And it's something in my closet and I need to get it out. It's no longer in style. It's not.
Well, that's hard because
purging is hard for me.
The purging is hard for me. And I normally yield to my friends when something is starting to look a little shabby, when it's time to let go. But I've also been the type of person that I go through the closet and I'm finding things with tags still on them.
Right. Oh.
Now, why have I not worn this, and why am I coveting this to not wear it?
Right.
I think seasonally we need to go into our own form of purge. I was going through my closet just yesterday, and I couldn't move. I like to be able to see. I'm color coding my closet.
Yeah.
If you have a shirt that's becoming dingy, if it's off, if that shoe's running over, and you've seen that people have worn because it's comfortable to them.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
A pair of jeans that have seen their day. Because I believe you need to have at least one pair of clean jeans, no tears, no rips. It's a professional jean that you can put a blazer with and go.
Right.
But there are times when you have to go to the closet and say, perhaps I can bless someone else with this. I make bags for Goodwill or bags for charity all the time.
Like a women's shelter.
Women's shelter, of course. And moving those things out. I hold on to something like, this is my favorite jacket.
Yeah.
And I probably haven't done it justice to wear it more than maybe twice. But it's my favorite jacket. Right. I don't want to let go of it. Or I may say, it's going to come back. The style will come back. It hasn't come back yet. Yeah. So I think that what we do is we have to set a calendar for, let me just do a purge. What is the purposeful wear? Every woman should have, again, a clean pair of jeans, a fun pair of jeans, with the rips, and be as dangerous as you need to be. A really crisp, shirt, white, blue, black, maybe 2 or 3 blazers that you can transfer in and out. And then, of course, I love to adorn with jewelry. Some people are I'm a minimalist. I like to have a pair of studs, and I'll wear my pennant. But I also have some larger earrings to have some fun. So there are ways to do the purge and make it fun, or to say, I'm not going to buy anything new until I make room for it. And that applies not only to your clothes, but to your life. I can't allow something new to come into my life until I let go of the old.
Exactly.
So if that is something that you can put into your clothes and into life, you're going to see that you have more and more room to receive new and improved things, new and improved blessings.
Love it. So do you recommend how we get it started is like opening a Pinterest board to kind of see things, or
I love
putting out
Pinterest.
magazines?
I love Pinterest.
Pinterest.
I do Pinterest every evening before I go to sleep. And it may be something for my home, or it may be something for, a new gadget for the car or whatever I'm wearing. I would say declare a day. So if there's a day that you say, okay, this is the day, it's gloomy outside, it's cold, I'm going to spend some time in my closet or in my drawers. That's another piece that I definitely want to talk through. So not only what's hanging in your closet, but what about those ratty t-shirts that you haven't worn in a while that need to be thrown away? They are now no use. You can't even wear them. You've washed them. They've gone away. Make room for it in your drawer. But declare a day when you don't have anything to do, that's going to be the day that you actually do the purge, and a really good purge. Start off there, and then make a list of the things that you need. Try on those clothes to see if you can still wear them. As our bodies change, perhaps the clothes no longer suit us. So make an inventory of what you have and what you need. And then from there, you're able to say, hey, I need a few key essentials. And that's one thing, of course, that we would talk about as far as, not only with image enthusiasts, but with you have to have maybe those staples. Yeah. Those one items, again, a clean pair of jeans, a nice white shirt, a denim jacket, a jean jacket, or some cute jeans, nice shoes, and they don't have to be top of the line.
Right.
But make sure that they have a good sole. Yeah. But to start there, I think that's probably the most important piece.
There's many friends that I have, and a lot of them start, new positions or things like that, and they're like in the middle of the night, Rachel, what should I wear?
Right.
And something like that. So I'm like, I feel honored that you would call me for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. But I just wanted to maybe kind of counter and bounce off places that we could shop.
Sure.
So I would think like White House Black Market.
White House Black Market is a good staple. Express. Always have good sales that are going on. You also have, and people take this for what it is. You have your Talbots and your Chicos that still have cute pieces that you can actually pair together. Sometimes you find a good deal. As I said, I do a lot of thrifting. So sometimes I might find a really, really nice blazer that I probably would pay $200 at Neiman's, and perhaps I now have it for $25. Right. And let's not sleep on Target. Target has a very good business line as well. So they have several lines that you can use as a young professional, as a seasoned professional that you can go to. And also your Belk, your Dillard. They carry lines that also have good merchandise, good quality. I'm a big proponent on quality. So I don't want to just wear something that's one wear and it's done. Yes. So you do need to invest into what you're looking for. Everyone should have a blazer and a nice pair of slacks, or a nice dress with a blazer that they can go on an interview. That should be something that's readily hung. I also believe that every woman should have at least one cocktail or evening dress, because you never know if you're invited to an event. Yes. This is an opportunity that you are presenting to people that you normally wouldn't present to. Always have it hanging. And then you can clearly go to those same said stores. They do have a special event section as well. And I'm also thinking about, like, even when it's an event that's not professional, if it's something that's after hours, that you want to be able to change into. I'm always seeing things online where it's like, hey, I want to wear one outfit that has a transition.
Multiple
it becomes
ways.
a convertible to where I can wear it in different areas. Do that. We joke about this, but I'm also a proponent about how you look when you're traveling. What is that opportunity looking like? Are you getting on that flight to go to sleep? I don't.
The bonnet. Why are we wearing the bonnet?
It's safe, and people might kill me for this. It's safe, and it's safe lazy. If that's a way that we can put that in there, and I think it's you never would go out of your home in your, hair curlers or with your face cream. And I
Right.
feel the same way about, when you're actually going out in public. I think there needs to be a bit of a polish when you're actually going out.
Mm-hmm.
But I too receive the calls about when there's something or an event or something to do, and I'm honored by it because sometimes it's helping me to sharpen my iron to be able to say, you know what, I probably need to go get a shirt too,
Mm-hmm.
or I need a pair of brown shoes, or I need to really go through my undergarments and make
Yeah.
sure that they too have been refreshed. So I'm really
Absolutely.
big on all of those things.
Absolutely. So we'll talk about that. So many women, they forget that their undergarments mean a lot, not just under your clothes and just wearing them, of course, wearing undergarments when you're going to work, but making sure that you have matching bra and panties.
Yeah.
It should look nice. You definitely want to entice your husband, but even if you are not there at the level of a husband or boyfriend or whatever, feel good for yourself.
That's an
Having
internal work, right?
matching sets. Like you have to do that. It has to be a budget.
And you say that most people don't want to go and shop for that because you're like, oh my goodness, it's an unnecessary, or
It's
no one's gonna see it.
Hey, you see it.
Again, that is the internal work that I always speak to, the things that you can't see.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff brings out. So I've always believed if you had the right apparatus under your clothes, whatever is helping you to support your body, helps your clothes to hang well as well. So we're using very, very, I would say, um, PC terminology for the apparatus for your body.
Yes.
But there's a lot of people that don't know that as their bodies change, the same size that you were wearing 3 sizes ago for an undergarment perhaps are not working today. So you need to make the adjustment. I do believe that there is a budget for hosiery if you're wearing that, your undergarments. I think that there is a budget for your dental. I think that there's a way, again, all of this is the perception of yourself, but I think it starts with you. And there have been, and I look back when I was younger, and that's many, 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 many years ago. But I always had my own ideal about what I was wearing.
Yeah.
So if everyone was wearing red shoes or a penny loafer, and they were all wearing with the penny in it, why did I put a dime in mine?
Yeah.
It was me showing my personality, and that's what your clothes ultimately should be, your unique personality, your style. And when people see that, they're like, oh, well, you always are wearing it, you're always looking so good and so fly, and it's always put together. But it's more so if I put something on, I'm like, this isn't me. You've ever put something on, you're like, no, it's not me.
It's cute, but it's not for
right.
me.
Everyone will go through that. So when people are listening to this and they're like, hey, there's a certain way that I have to look. I think when you start looking at Pinterest and you start seeing people in social media that have affluence, that have the ability to attract attention, they are commanding presence. They're your CEOs, your COOs, they're your executives. They may not even be at that level. They may be your principals. They may be your school teachers. What are they showing you? You've seen school teachers that are dressed like they are going to the club, and they're in charge of our children. So there's some importance here about what you are showing to your audience about you.
Right.
And it's your personality, but it will show and it will give opinions about what you're presenting. So
many people say, like, I don't know where to start. I don't know what my personality is.
Of course you do.
Right, you do.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, I would look at other women and I would relate to them. Like I say this all the time. Whitley Gilbert, I related to her.
Oh my goodness, I love her.
Yes. And so I wanted to make sure that when I got to college that I was like that. That some of the things that she had, I loved it. Her fur coats, I loved it. Her like Louis Vuitton.
Everything about her. I'll take you one back. I used to watch Dynasty. So you're Diane Carroll, and I'm a huge Diane Carroll fan.
Beautiful.
Ultimate. when she wears it. And I just started looking at, and I always notice the woman who put a little bit of extra on.
Yes.
Even today, if I walk past someone and they smell amazing,
That fragrance.
I stop them. I am so sorry. We're really
What is
busy.
that?
What are you wearing?
Mhm.
And sometimes they'll tell me, and other times they're like, oh, I have no idea, or I love your jacket, or I love your shoes. And if someone can tell me, I got this here, it was on sale, this is where it is. It's so much that we can share for
Exactly.
each other. But yeah, I do believe in, you do know your personality. You do know your spirit animal.
Just have to pull it out.
And you know what attracts you. When you see someone who's really put together, I'm watching that. I'm either taking a picture, I'm Google Lensing it. Where can I find that? Even if we don't have an opportunity to talk. I think it's important that you find the things that make you feel good.
Yeah.
A nice dress, nice sundress, a nice pair of sandals, a manicured hand, those types of things that make you excited. Let me tell you what excites me when I get my brows done. I don't know what it is.
Whole face.
I cut all my hair and I've been, really short with my hair. Most people are like, "Oh, it's a dangerous cut. I can't do it."
Beautiful.
So I was talking to this lady, thank you, and she was like, "I couldn't do it." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Oh, I don't want to be bald." I'm like, "Listen, I have hair.
Yeah.
I've seen bald. Bald is devoid of hair. I have it, and it's well, you have a personality for it." And I'm like, "No, it's freeing for me."
Yeah.
So whatever I'm using, it's what's enriching me.
Yes.
And that's what I want people to do as far as like their image, their brands, how they dress, how they prepare for conversations. How do you feel? Those are the things that you need to accomplish with what you're wearing.
Do you want to feel fun? Do you want to feel sporty? Do you want to feel sexy?
Exactly.
Do you want to feel, so for me, I like, of course, being sexy. For my husband, like especially at night, like I want to make sure I have nice pieces that I wear and that I have. Just having them just put away. But even just when I'm going to bed at night, like the jogging pants and the t-shirts, it has to stop. Wear your pajamas. Get you some nice, cute pajamas to wear to bed, because that's really like how you feel when you're going to bed. Think about that, like your sleep and your slumber. When you wake up, you want to feel good, ready to conquer the world.
I'm a huge Sex and the City fan.
Nice.
And so when I would always watch one of the actresses, when she prepared for bed, she'd put on a string of pearls. Now, I'm not saying go to that level, but she really cared. But she had her husband, and she really wanted to have that still cute feminine feel even when she's going to bed. And a lot of that has to do with the environment that you're in. We kind of danced a little bit about, hey, vacuuming out the car, cute your room.
Yeah.
Put a cute candle, make the ambiance nice. Again, that's part of the imagery that you want to put forth. Your surroundings also feed into how you feel about yourself.
Exactly.
But it also whatever you're feeling, it comes out. Trust me, how you feel inside, those inner thoughts, those inner controls, they do come out, they seep out. So if you're having a really bad day, clearly I've had bad days in my life where I just didn't really feel like it. Went out, start driving, I run into someone who either knows my parents or they see me at work, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And it doesn't take anything to have a gloss or something just to make sure, but it's important that when you go out, that you're feeling like, I am ready to face whatever is out there. Even if I'm feeling like, ugh, maybe if you're feeling like flatline, stay home, recollect yourself, and then make sure that once you go out, you're ready to address the world. And again, that's part of that inner work that helps that outer work look very good.
Love that. So I appreciate you so much for coming in today. And I always love to give women that come in their flowers while they are here. So my lovely husband has something that I definitely want to give you.
Oh,
thank you, babe. Thank you so much. And he's bald and he carries it with confidence.
Wow. Oh, this is
that is beautiful. Well, tonight,
I love this.
When you're setting up your room, set them by your bed and set that tone. all of that. But I definitely want to say thank you
Oh my
so
goodness.
much for coming in.
I want to say this to you because you're a hard woman to get in touch with. I, just like you said, when you start seeing people that you emulate and you are impressed with, that was a huge reason why I wanted to have conversation with you. The work that you're doing in the community, but also how pleasant you are when we're interacting and all of this. I command or I commend you
Thank
for
you.
that good work. And I'm looking forward to continuing to be partnered with you and all the great things that you're doing.
Thank you. I definitely am going to say this.
I don't
that
have
I
any
want
flowers for you, Rachel. These are mine.
These are my flowers right here. Like I wouldn't be able to do this without you and without having the type of the knowledge that you have. So many people, they want to know, like, what do I do? How do I
Sure.
get started? So I'm so glad that you just took time out of your day
Wonderful.
to do this
It's
with
so
me.
beautiful. Thank you.
You are welcome. And so there you have it. For those of you who are afraid or fearful of just stepping out and doing something different, start with your Pinterest board now. Understand how you want to look, what you want to look like, and just start. Just start. You don't need to clear out your bank account in order to do it. It just starts with a piece at a time. And so thank you for coming in, and we'll see you in the next lesson.